so I don't get hit. There are people here, the ICE agents are trying to get out and come.
Liberals, man. Liberals are the worst.
That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere.
I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble and the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well. Chinatown. Oh, let's check out what's going on up there.
But we're going to begin with some breaking news that we have been following this afternoon.
Okay, here we go.
Federal agents started a crackdown on illegal vendors in Chinatown.
And the raid by and the vendors who are regularly on the streets of New York, leading to a rather tense situation. Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang.
Well, wait a minute. Why would this be a tense situation with illegal vendors? What does the average New Yorker have to do with them? Do they love those vendors that much? Do they have a personal connection?
Do you know him? Does he call you at home? Do you have a dorsal fin?
Why would these folks come out and feel the need to defend folks in our country making money illegally?
Federal agents swooped in as crowds got involved and as tempers flared. We were in the thick of the scrum as law enforcement tried to engage in what they are calling an ongoing federal investigation. We're told agents.
Do you see these idiots? Do you see these? The lady in the suit right there, all up in the face. This is what ICE has to go through in these cities. Now, my question is, how are these people mobilizing so fast? That's my question. I'm starting to get a little concerned. Wherever ICE shows up to conduct what they're supposed to be doing, these folks all pop up and they all have masks on, except maybe the politician right there with the suit on. How do they know to come there? And how do they all know that, well, before I go out, I need to bring my mask? It don't seem organic. Doesn't seem like they're just walking down the street and they look over across the street and see ICE making some arrests and they just happen to have their mask with them to put on.
Lucky I brought my mask today.
Or are all these people still worried about COVID? Wait until you see some of these clips. All of these folks, for some reason, show up with masks on as if they knew that ICE was there and they knew that they wanted to remain anonymous.
Are part of a joint immigration and customs enforcement crackdown. Vendors tell me they were asked for passports or proof of residency today.
Look, you see that? You see that? Mask. How do they do this? How are all these people showing up that quick with masks on? The lady in the back, mask. Is that organic? You're telling me all these random people all just happen to have masks on them, y'all, and felt the same way. They all felt the need to attack ICE, get in the way, and all happen to bring their masks with them.
Normally, Canal Street is full of street vendors selling all sorts of fake designer goods, but it looks like today was not about the merchandise, but about the people operating those street sales. The situation quickly got heated when bystanders joined in and started pushing back on the officers.
Pushing back on the officers, in other words, impeding law enforcement. But remember, guys, the left would tell you these are peaceful protests. Yeah, and it's ICE who is inciting this. ICE is making these people do what they're doing. Or is it something else? Maybe a paycheck here or there or something like that. Let's see how they act.
There was shoving. There was cursing. I saw a woman banging on an official car, then thrown to the ground and taken into custody.
Absolutely, because that's an assault on your car. Hey, the car is like a police dog. You can't hit that. The car is like the horse. All right, so now this is up there in Chinatown. Least New York police, as of now, under Mayor Adams, is allowed to assist with ICE. But can you imagine what's going to happen if Zohran the moron wins? We're about to find out what's going to happen. Oh, look at that. Another person dressed in black with a mask on getting arrested. In New York. I mean, what, COVID all over again? Is it COVID? What's up with these masks? ICE out New York. All of them with masks on. ICE out New York. Now, do you know how random it would be for me to even, go into a store and run across somebody right now with a mask on? Oh, well, you got your mask too? Let alone hundreds of these people. Dummies out of New York. Look at that. All masked up. I'm burning up over this. Yeah, somebody needs to find out how in the world are these people, are they listening to a scanner? What the heck? And then they come out and then conduct themselves like this. It makes me want to say, you know what? Just go ahead and throw them all in a slammer. Get them out the way. Look at that. White liberals with all masks. Fascinating. I'm looking at a sea of young white liberals with masks on. Antifa-like. Or if not Antifa, just straight radicalized liberals, and they all know to bring their masks.
Bianca, Natasha, we want to caution, we do not know exactly any details about the individual who was arrested. We don't even know the gender right now or what that person was doing.
Yeah, and neither do they. And you think they care? That person could be an axe-pick murderer. They don't care. Yeah, their job is to show up.
ICE out of New York. ICE got it. Wait, let me put my mask on. ICE out of New York.
That's their job. They don't care if that person's a mass murderer, biggest drug dealer. I mean, they don't even care. They're Muppets. They're straight up dummies and useful idiots. And I'm still amazed at how these useful idiots are able to mobilize so quickly and all have masks.
What we do know, let's show you right away. This is video that was recorded on Canal Street and Church over about half a mile from where we are right now. What it does show is that a series or multiple...
That's right. Take them away, boys. Mask and all. I'm loving this. Yeah, you love them that much, lock them up with them. Lock them up with the illegals. So now there he is on the ground.
Agents, what appears to be ICE agents, appeared at that location and took at least one individual into custody. The agents, who we presume to be ICE, had their tactical vests on, and they also arrived in...
Presumed to be ICE. They had their tactical vests on. Who else would they be? What do you mean presumed to be ICE, you idiot? This is what burns me up. They act like they can't recognize ICE with a mask on. ICE would need the mask if it wasn't for stuff like this, where mysteriously these people show up and start attacking ICE. Now, here's the question I have. Do we have a traitor on the inside? I mean, for these people to show up in mass that quickly, you would think somebody on the inside is
like, all right, look, we're doing this raid tomorrow. Make sure everybody's about 2 blocks away.
Because they come out of nowhere with all their masks.
In military vehicles.
That's when all of this started happening. All of these people are protesters.
Peaceful?
Again, anyone who's been taken into custody, we cannot confirm whether they were actually undocumented immigrants or...
Now, do you think regular citizens really care about these illegal immigrants getting arrested, vendors being arrested? Do you really think that? Do you think these people are all regular New Yorkers with jobs, bills, and stuff like that, and they saw what was happening and stopped what they were doing to come to the aid of these illegal immigrants? Yeah, without no questions about, well, wait, who are you arresting? No, it appears that these are programmed, useful idiot protesters who their job is to show up and start protesting without questions. Your job is to impede ICE, period. Don't ask questions. Just come, repeat these chants, keep your face covered, push back. And I'm saying there's no way you can convince me. These are regular, everyday New Yorkers that just like, hey, I was about to go pick up my kid from the daycare. And I'm riding by and I see ICE. And I'm like, let me get out the car and join in with these idiots with my mask that I happen to have and start saying ICE got in New York.
Protesters. The protesters are causing a lot of the issues out here. Blocking traffic. They are pushing people. Say that to us. Say it, but say it cleanly, please. You don't want people. Why are they? You don't want these people in our city policing them. They should not have the jurisdiction that they do. They're fakers. I don't believe them.
They're fakers, just like you, as a fake protester. I mean, I'm telling you, I know ICE be wanting to just go off and start socking these people in the face. You got to put up with this crap every day, all in your face.
They're out in the yard, and these people that come in, they got their faces covered. We don't know who they are. We don't know who they are.
I mean, this stuff makes me, I'm telling you, I just start spinning around like Wonder Woman with both of my fists out, socking them all. Wonder Kevin, like Neo, on The Matrix when he was beating up all of them, Mr. Smiths. Unreal, man. These people make me so mad just watching this. And it creates such stress on law enforcement having to deal with all of this chaos. You don't know which one of these people might be too crazy and gonna throw something at you. I mean, you're already trying to keep the person you're arresting intact, and now you got to go ahead and deal with all of these fools. And Democrats are responsible for this, and NGOs who pay these folks to do this.
This authority, I don't think they should be able to cover their faces. They should not be able to kidnap people in the streets.
Hear these idiots? As all of those leftists got their faces covered. This chick, I don't think they should be able to cover their faces. Liberal talking point. You think the average New Yorker is thinking about that? Nah, she's a part of the protest. So she comes in with the liberal talking points. Same thing. I don't think they should be able to cover their faces, even though we all got our faces covered. And number two, I don't think they should be able to disappear people off the streets. Now, that's something you hear coming straight out of the liberal left, the Democrat Party. They're disappearing people, and I don't see any people vanishing. Now, isn't it odd that when it comes down to the illegal immigrants, they get the title of being disappeared when they're arrested? Try that with an American citizen. You're just arrested. That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What about all the traffic that's being blocked and people that need to get emergency? Traffic is New York City. You cannot. Traffic being blocked is okay.
Traffic being blocked is okay. Out there, what are you talking about? That traffic being blocked? That's New York City. That's how a liberal thinks. It's all about me. It's all about us. Now, if there weren't anybody behind all of this chaos, nobody would even know ICE is doing this. ICE will be in and out, do their raids, get these people out of here. But no. What happens is somehow these people are being mobilized to go and do just this right here in every city, every application. Isn't that crazy? You're telling me all around these SORAN cities, average everyday Americans in that city are that mad at ICE to where they're going to stop doing what they're doing and show up. None of these people look like they got jobs. Seems like that's their job, is to sit around and wait for a phone call.
There are ICE is over here, everybody. Head there now.
If we're going to stop them from kidnapping people.
Stop them from kidnapping people.
Thank you for talking with us. So as you see there, I don't know who else I would talk about. This is what's happening here. And it is just hundreds of people.
Hundreds of white young liberals talking about, I don't now. Faces covered. Boy, ooh, I almost want to shout at the title.
People just keep growing, gathering, joining this line. We're now walking down the street even further, down Lafayette, heading toward downtown. People are in suits coming from work. People are just getting off the subway. Yeah, only to be blocked by these idiots. If I'm just getting off the subway, hard day, working in the sewage, and I get off and I'm blocked because I can't get nowhere because these folks walking like, I'd be furious. But so she's following them. Let's see, because remember, these are all peaceful protesters. Now, my thought is this. If Trump wanted to, right now, based on what we're seeing, he should be able to send in National Guard. Yeah. You think ICE can do their job like this? A lot of people aren't even sure what they are protesting. What did you just say, sir? My cousin! Did they arrest him?
Yes! Now, why you got your face covered? So now all of a sudden, his cousin, they got my cousin.
He's back in the Dominican Republic!
Where he belongs. You would think this dude's cousin was sent to the gulags, the gas chamber. All they did is send your cousin back where he belongs, and most likely you probably need to go with him. So here he is. They got my cousin.
Yeah, so a lot. Okay, we apologize for the language. There's a lot of people, but people have been throwing things at the ICE agents, blocking traffic. I hope you guys can still hear me. Okay.
Yes.
But this whole area, if you can avoid this area, do
bunch
so,
of masks.
because we're just hoping that it doesn't get more violent.
More violent. Thank you, Nation, who's actually reporting it, because see, if it was MSNBC or CNN, as you can see, the crowd is being agitated by ICE. They've been peaceful, and ICE has provoked them.
Where are they going now? In other words, are they following the agents as they walk down the street? Is that what's happening, or is this just purely a protest?
No, that's exactly what's happening. This is a makeshift protest. So this is one of the ICE vehicles here. They were walking back to their cars. Now, one of the agents you can see just getting out of the car, trying to get a hold of one of the other ones. People are pounding on the windows of the car.
Pounding on the windows of the car. And we sit back and watch every day. Democrats come to the mic and say Trump is going heavy-handed in our cities. He's disappearing people. These people aren't doing nothing. They should have the right to peacefully protest. No, they're not there to peacefully protest. They're there to agitate ICE until one of or two of them get arrested. Then you get the whine about, look, Trump's just arresting people who are protesting. No, these people are agitators. So now they're banging on the car.
Whether anyone is inside or whether anyone has been arrested is unclear. Again, people are just stopping traffic, standing in front of the ICE agents.
Chaos.
Yelling racial slurs. You can see this woman over here is blocking traffic.
Blocking traffic.
So I don't get hit. There are people here. The ICE agents are trying to get out and come.
Liberals, man. Liberals are the worst.
That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox. And a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to. But the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling and you take him for a friend.
They are a cancer in our society. And I'm starting with the heads. I'm starting with these Democrat politicians who are inciting this type of behavior. You know these people are not organic. You know it. And the Democrats are sitting back like, yes. Yeah, hopefully they won't connect us to this. Hopefully they won't find out all of our, nonprofits and things like that that's actually funding them. Trump and them are getting closer and closer to finding out who's behind funding this. How are these people able to get there that quick with all those masks on and doing what they're doing? Now they're blocking traffic. Are we going to get a double tap? Because when you get in front of, a federal agent's vehicle and you ain't going to move, maybe a double tap over your feet might make you reconsider.
With me here, Greg, they're not letting them leave. So it's unclear whether people are even inside the vehicle aside from these agents, but these women aren't letting them go anywhere.
But yet you will hear Democrats get on their top peaceful protesters. It ain't their fault that they got to block traffic because Trump made them do it. ICE just being there agitated them enough to where now these folks are blocking traffic.
And at the risk of sounding sympathetic, they're yelling, they're pushing the agents, and the minute that the agents move somebody...
Look at that. See? All in their face. Man, these men and women for ICE, I commend them.
Heavenly Father, give them the patience that I wouldn't have if I was in their shoes.
All up in your face, these little liberals, just agents of chaos, all in your face. Yeah. I mean, boy, it would take everything. I'd be like, why I oughta. Can't, don't do it. Huh? All right, I'm sorry. That person just called me a white black nationalist. I was on the verge. They called me a Nazi. And this is what they got to go through every day because of Democrats.
That's when these people get thrown to the ground and tensions flare and escalate.
This is Savannah Hernandez in New York City.
So now we're about to find out what's really going on up there in Chinatown. See, somebody on the streets done found out all of these illegal immigrants, just like in Chicago, where all of those cars bounced and didn't show up because those folks were there working illegally. Look what happens when the cops show up in Chinatown, where all these illegal immigrants are working. Here we go.
And okay, my friends, I was just driving down the street. I was Ubering, and I saw this huge market of African migrants selling all of these bags along this sidewalk.
Well, look at that. I mean, who wouldn't want that visual in your city? You leave it up to liberals, this whole city is going to implode and collapse. This mug is going to turn into the real life Escape from New York with Snake Plissken, or whatever his name is, with the Duke of New York, Isaac Hayes. I am the Duke of New York. So now you look at this mess, streets covered.
The block was actually completely full of people, so I was like, okay, pull over, let me see what's going on. Now I'm walking along this street, and the entire
sidewalk was completely packed with people buying these Louis Vuitton bags, buying these YSL bags.
Look at that! New York, New York. Such a beautiful town, isn't it?
See, all of them are knockoffs. I spoke to some of the migrants. They were telling me they're all from Senegal. And as I'm walking around, they all start grabbing their bags very quickly again.
Wait a minute. Why are they grabbing their bags right now when the cops are on their way? I'm sure all of them have a legal license to sell that stuff. I'm sure they all have citizenship. But instead, what do?
The entire block was filled
the brothers is bouncing.
And they picked them all up very quickly. Within 2 minutes, they all started taking vehicles, running away.
They got it ready for escape. They ain't got it packed nothing. They got the quick, fold it up, gotta go. Look how quick these folks are. New York, New York.
Away. I was speaking to one of the migrants, and they were telling me that they don't have the license to sell these purses. It's illegal, and if the cops catch them, they will come and take away all of their products. Another thing that I noticed too, because I was filming, is these migrants, very similar to Paris, telling me that I can't film here.
Hey, you're good at filming it.
This dude ain't even from our country, and he's telling her you can't film here. Only in New York. Oh, Chicago or LA too. Yeah, so now the illegal immigrants are telling American citizens, you can't film here. I don't want you showing us illegally selling stuff here in New York, making money and stuff tax-free. I don't want you showing that. So now, let's see what happens when the boys show up.
That I wasn't allowed to be, using my camera. So they're being a little bit of aggressive toward me. And it just looked just like Paris. I was just in Paris.
Yep, y'all hear that? Looks just like Paris. Yeah, this right here is coming to a city near you if you vote blue. There it is, all of this. Now, you leave it up to liberals, they will run this city into the ground. They will overlook this stuff. They will act like, well, these people are just here making a better life and stuff while destroying our neighborhood and our culture and everything else. Unbelievable, man. They wouldn't say nothing about it. They would let these type of behaviors fill up into their nostrils before they finally say, I have enough. They will walk by overlooking this as it spread across New York and every other city if it was up to them. They don't have the gall to push back against stuff like this. They sit back like, well, I'm really not political, but I don't want to say anything while our streets are being overran by this.
A month ago, and it looks the exact same here on the streets of New York as it did over there. Again, I've just never seen this. Maybe this is a common thing.
This, man.
But again, the entire sidewalk was completely filled with these knockoff fake purses. And then as soon as they thought the cops were going to come, they all just took off running.
All took off running. Y'all ready to see them run like when the roaches go with the light cut on? Now, you think just because these are all brothers, I'm supposed to be like, man, leave them alone. Yeah, see, because remember, according to the white liberal, I'm supposed to, sign off on this. And I'm not allowed to look at this and say, this is a mess. I'm not allowed to look at this and say, I don't care if we have the same complexion. You can't come over here in America legally doing stuff like this. Take your butt back home or go back and come here the right way. But I'm not a good black person according to the white lady, the white liberal in the beginning of my stream. So let's see what happened when the lights turn on. Look. All we need now is that Scooby-Doo sound effect when they take off running and he doesn't go nowhere. That's how quick they're running.
There's some kings in the building. Do your fist up and show some respect. There's gorillas in here. Gorilla in here. Gorillas in here. Gorilla in here.